So I've noticed that there's three common mistakes that offices make with their membership plan. And what I want to do is I want to talk about, I want to name each one of those mistakes and then talk about it in a little bit more detail. And I'm going to number them 1, 2, and 3 just so I can remember to cover them all, but they're not numbered in importance. Number one is making it too complicated. Making it too complicated. Naren, are you familiar with the acronym KISS? KISS?
Yes, I am.
Go ahead and share with our listening audience what the acronym KISS means.
Keep it simple, stupid. KISS.
If you want to be a little bit friendlier with it, we can say keep it simple, silly.
Silly.
Either way works.
Yes.
You plug in that last letter any way you want. But many offices, many dentists overthink this. And I've seen practices that have 3 or 4 different membership plans. They have a regular membership plan. They have a perio membership plan. They have a restorative membership plan. And when you make it too complicated, it will, your patients will be deer in the headlights. You know, if you've ever been driving, around dusk and driving on the road and the sun's starting to go down, you see a deer on the side of the road. They often, as soon as they see the headlights, they freeze. Deer in the headlights. And that's what happens to your patient. They freeze. I can't decide. It's too complicated. I don't want that. You keep your membership plan simple. If you want to have a lot of patients on your membership plan, keep it simple.
Actually,
one plan. That's it.
Exactly.
Come up with an annual fee. You decide what that in our client base, that annual fee ranges somewhere between, say, $350 a year to $450 a year. That's the range. You get to decide. You can make it whatever fee you want. And that would cover 2 hygiene appointments. That would cover whatever necessary x-rays. And I would encourage you to be generous with the x-rays. Bite wings, of course, full mouth series, digital panoramic x-ray if you have that technology, or even a CBCT if you have a cone beam. And also the doctor exams. A comprehensive exam the first time you see them, and then a periodic exam for future hygiene visits. And that's somewhere in our client base, and I'm just sharing with you, you get to decide, but somewhere between maybe $349 to $449 a year. I like to do it as an annual fee as opposed to monthly, because first of all, it's easier to administer. You don't have to run 12 charges a year. Then you'll have to run 1 charge a year. And most people can comfortably put that charge on a credit or debit card. And secondly, when they pay in advance for your membership plan, they are essentially prepaying for their hygiene appointments. So they are much more likely to show up for their hygiene appointments because they prepaid for it. So there's some guidelines. And then you're going to provide a savings. And I suggest that savings amount be 10%. 10%. That means any service in your practice, they'll get a 10% saving. Now, let me go on record as saying, I don't like the 10% discount. I don't like it. I don't like one little bit, but I like it a whole lot better than the 45 to 50% discount you'd be subjected to under the PPO plan. So there's the outline. There's the format, and that's it. If you wanted to add one detail to it, but remember, don't overthink this. The other the detail I might add is that's the fee for the first person from the family. Let's say you come up with $349, and then you might offer a $50 savings for any additional family member. And that's as complicated as I would make it right there. Naren, you were going to make a comment.
Yeah, I totally agree with Gary's comment about keeping it simple, right? A single plan, single 10% discount, and also, single fee. So first member, here is the price, and for each additional member, here is the price. And there is science behind it. Daniel Kahneman, who won a Nobel Prize, he's an economist because he studied how people behave, said 95% of decisions are quick decisions versus only 5% are slow decisions. When you don't keep things simple, you are making people have to think and decide between too many options. And that means less of them are signing up to your membership plan. Less of them are choosing a membership plan. So I cannot agree with Gary more that this idea of keep it simple, especially the prescription he just gave, is very powerful.
And if your team members can't explain it in 30 seconds, then it's way too complicated. If they can't explain it in 30 seconds, then you're going to freeze the patient and they're going to decide not to decide. You know what they're going to say, Naren? They're going to say, I'd like to think about it. What does that mean, Naren?
No, maybe not. No, no.
No,
It's
that
like a
means
polite
no.
way of saying no. Yeah.
That's the people that are confrontationally intolerant. By the way,
Yes.
that's the majority of the population. People
Right.
that are confrontationally intolerant say, I'm going to think about it. And what that means in plain English is no.
Right.
So number one, making it too complicated is the first mistake. Number two, not marketing your membership plan to patients in your community. If all you do is offer the membership plan to your existing patients, then you're essentially giving away 10% of your fees, because these are people that are already in your practice that don't have insurance. They're already patients in your practice, and now they're going to get a 10% discount. I believe we should market it to our existing patients, of course. But the way to counteract a loss is to bring new patients into your practice who don't have insurance, further strengthening your practice. And while many people don't have insurance, by the way, the number of people that don't have insurance is growing geometrically, where the number of people that have insurance is actually going down. So there's three groups of people I'd like you to think about. Retirees, think about, do you have any retirees in your community? Because typically when they retire, their benefits retired with them. They don't get benefits. Another group would be the opposite end of the age spectrum, millennials. They're often in the stage of their career where they haven't been accorded benefits yet. Think about marketing it to millennials. And third, think about marketing it to a broad group of people that has a name today called gig economy workers, GIG economy workers. These are Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, Etsy shop owners, freelancers, independent contractors, independent sales agents. And that group is growing by the day. And market it to those patients. And one of the best ways to market that, we found two channels. One is through Facebook ads. And you just do a simple Facebook ad that says, no dental insurance, no problem. Ask us about our TLC savings plan, whatever the name of your membership plan is. Another way to market that is through LinkedIn. Now think about who's on the LinkedIn social media site. These would be white-collar executives that are between jobs. And if they don't have a job, guess what they don't have? They don't have dental insurance. So we can market it to them, but we can also have a subtle message in there about employers that want to provide a very attractive benefit to allow them to attract and keep the best employees in their company. And the owners of businesses, small and mid-sized businesses, are on LinkedIn as well. And I'll share with you that if you'd like help with that, Equa, who you've heard me talk about, the marketing company that Naren is the founder and CEO of, if you're an Equa client, they will provide that marketing for you as part of their monthly fee. They don't charge any additional for that. They'll provide that for you. You simply pay Google or Facebook or LinkedIn, whatever the media buy is, but you don't pay ad management fees to Equa. That's included as part of their fee. If you'd like to learn more about how Equa can help you with that, I would encourage you to schedule a marketing strategy meeting. Go to www.equa.com/MSM. Stands for marketing strategy meeting. All right, the third mistake that I see dentists make is that they have provided the wrong discount percentage. Now, a number of years ago, I did a fairly detailed research project involving over 1,200 practices to find out what is the right discount. And we wanted to make it large enough to attract people, to encourage people to sign up, but small enough to reduce the impact on the practice. So we did A/B split testing, and we tested it in scientific studies across over 1,200 practices. And we tested 20%, 18%, 15%, 12%, 10%, and 8%. And what we learned is that 10% was the sweet spot. That was enough to encourage people to sign up, but has a minimal impact on the practice, a lesser impact on the practice. So if you happen to have been, designing your own in the past, and you made a 20% discount, you're giving away more than you need to. How would you deal with that? So if you're new to membership plans, now you know what to set yours at. Set it at 10% because we have the data to support that. But if you have a higher discount rate, what do you do? Here's my suggestion. Since nobody likes anything taken away from them, just grandfather everybody that currently is in your membership plan at whatever rate they're in. Just grandfather them in. Set a date in the future. You might say January 1st, anyone signing up, it's now going to be a 10% discount. And so now we might have, 2 classes of discount based on when they signed up for your membership plan. And this will happen. You will have a patient that comes in, a new patient, and you present the 10% membership plan discount, and they say, well, my neighbor Susan gets 20%. How we would deal with that is say, Linda, the accountant has a fit when I do this, but I'm going to make an exception for you. I'm going to give you the friend of Susan discount. I'm going to grandfather you at 20%, just like her. Please don't tell others about that because everyone else is at 10%, but I'll make an exception for you. And that's how you handle it. So let me recap those 3 mistakes. Number 1, making it too complicated. Well, now you know the solution to that. Number 2, not marketing your membership plan to your community. We have clients in my client base that are getting 20, 25 new patients a month from people in their community, from the membership plan marketing. And think how cool that is as a way to grow your practice and reduce the insurance dependence. And then mistake number 3, having the wrong discount. Now you know the solution to that.